that the jeweler is able to create gems. So which stats will they have? Are we going to see stats like in Diablo 2 where red gems gave you life and blue gems gave you mana, or are they going to have more complex stats?
No, they work like Diablo 2. They have set stats that they give depending on what type,
so just
type
life,
of place
just
you put
mana.
them. I don't remember the exact off. We copied them as best we could, but we could not copy exactly what D2 did because our itemization is different, and some of our statting is different. For example, most of the classes don't have mana, so that's not one we want to put on a gem. So, but yeah, they're things like plus strength and cast speed and things like that.
So and you said that there will be 16 different upgrade stages. So how hard will it be to get to the highest upgrade stage?
So it's 14.
14?
Yeah.
I understood 16.
Yeah, well, 14, 16, whatever. It's a difference of, if it was 16, then it would take you, I'm doing math in my head, 180,000 level 5 gems to get to a level 14. I mean, level 16. So that's probably more than... That's a little high. No one would ever do it. As it stands for 14, I believe the math is around 19,000, which is probably still too high. So we may make the recipe for combining to higher gems less, not require 3 later on, or we might knock it down to 12 levels, something like that. But we just wanted to start off with a ridiculous number to begin with. So that's a ridiculous number.
So you can socket gems into your items, but are there any other items you could socket into your gear?
Not right now, but there may be someday.
Like jewelry, that could be magic, rare, unique.
We have an idea for something similar to jewelry, but it's not actually jewelry. But whether it makes it into this release, I don't know. But I'm sure after this we'll have expansions and things like that. I'm sure we'll add more socketable items.
In Diablo 2, only several types of items could be socketed. Can we socket everything in Diablo 3, like boots, belts?
Not every single slot, but any slot that the blacksmith can add sockets to, and he's got about 6 different slots he can add sockets to. It doesn't matter the quality of the item. So if you have a pair of boots and they're legendary or rare boots and they don't have sockets on them already, he can add sockets to them. Also, sockets can appear on any type of item. In Diablo 2 they only appeared on white items, but in Diablo 3 a legendary could have them, a rare could have them. We essentially treat sockets like another affix on the item.
And the mythic is able to enchant items. The affix that is created, will it be random, like you get from 10 to 25 additional damage, or will it be that you know what you get? There's a small range on it, but no, actually no, there's not. It's a set number. It works just like gems, basically, in that we wanted it to be a customization choice, not a quality choice, not where you have to seek it over and over again. You're already going to enchant a lot. Every time you get a new item, you're going to go and do that. So we didn't feel the need to make you want to recast your enchant over and over again. So the artisans are one way to customize your items. Are there any other ways to customize your gear or your character besides skill runes and artisans? You once mentioned some sort of talisman for that.
Yeah, there's a talisman. So I'm not going to talk about it yet. Soon, but not yet. There's also dyes. Yeah, we added clothing dyes, so you can dye your armor. There's about 15 different colors, I think. Yep.
Oh, never heard of that. So
yeah, you're the second person I've told.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so type fast.
I don't need to type.
No, there you go. So put it up on the web fast.
Yeah, I'll be doing so. So I'm playing a lot of StarCraft 2 lately, and there are some features that I think are very useful for Diablo 3. Would you agree that auto matchmaking system would be a pretty cool way to create a player versus player layout?
Well, that's a player versus player question. I don't answer player versus player questions because we haven't announced anything on it.
So
I do think auto matchmaking would be awesome for co-op play, though.
for co-op play.
Yeah. I want to find a bunch of people my level who want to do the quest that I want to do. Hit the button. A few seconds later, you're in the game.
It's reasonable. Yeah, I think I can skip the next question. You have achievements in World of Warcraft and StarCraft 2. Even though I was skeptical first if anyone would need this, it's very funny to be rewarded with a little bit achievement when you do something special. So are we going to see achievements like kill 1 million fallen ones with one single strike, finish the entire game with a naked hardcore character, or stay a very long while and listen to everything Deckard Cain has to say?
Those are very good achievement ideas. We'll definitely have achievements in Diablo 3, and so I don't think kill 1 million anything in one blow is going to be, or even just kill 1 million things. Those aren't good achievements. Those are grindy achievements. But I like the naked hardcore character completing the game. I'm all over that one.
Yeah. Next question is. Trading is quite essential in Diablo. You're going to make gold the standard currency in the game. But many players love to trade item versus item. Will there be a comfortable way to offer an item and search for another item instead of gold? Let's say in an auction house or something like that?
We are definitely going to look to do some kind of improved trading so that players don't have to default to chat channel spam and naming their game creatively so that people will come in and trade with them. What that system's going to be, we haven't determined yet.
But it will still be possible to trade item versus item and not only versus gold.
Well, we're going to do something, but we haven't made a decision on exactly what that's going to be.
So items cause a lot of greed. People are buying items in Diablo 2 and gold in World of Warcraft for real life money. So in World of Warcraft, you could argue if people buy gold, they pay less money, so you could go to court and just argue there. If Diablo 3 has no subscription, monthly fee, how will you take measures against gold sellers or bots?
We have not gotten to the point yet where we're really discussing those issues. Will we take an aggressive attitude towards it? Yeah, exactly the same way we have with World of Warcraft. And everything that they've learned about combating both botting and in-game spam and farming issues, we'll definitely be looking at all those and doing whatever we can to make sure the experience the player has is as positive as possible. And that's really our issue, is that a lot of these activities just lead to bad experiences for our players, and we're all about the players having the best experience possible.
So games like World of Warcraft and StarCraft 2 get several expansions. In which direction are you going with Diablo 3? Will we see one game with maybe an expansion pack later, or are we getting it like StarCraft 2 in several episodes?
Well, right now we're just focused on getting Diablo 3 done. I mean, we have ideas about where things could go afterwards, but we don't know. We're this one's a handful, so we'll get it done and then we'll see. The only thing I would say on that is I think that a lot of the previous Blizzard games, Diablo 2, Warcraft 3, StarCraft, one expansion seems like a missed opportunity. Like, there was more to say, I think, for all those games. And that's what it really comes down to. When we don't feel like we have anything left to say, that's when we'll stop making Diablo 3 content and we'll move on to something else.
So, are there any plans to do these more additions to content in a more regular way than now with Diablo 2, or like every 18 months you can expect to get?
Well, as I said, we haven't really thought about it. Like it takes all of our time and energy just to make this one.
So imagine if you could only change one thing from Diablo 2 while developing Diablo 3. What would it be? What was the worst thing in Diablo?
I already did it.
You already did it. What's it?
Respect.
Respect?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's now as well in Diablo 2. Yeah.
Yep.
Was you?
Yes.
Great.
Well, my team. And to be perfectly clear, actually, it was my design team working with Platform Tech, and they're actually the ones who do Diablo patches for us. So they did the work. All we did was highly encourage it.
So let's talk a bit about Law. In the first trailer, we saw that girl named Leah. What role does she play? She got a lot of airtime for being a totally unknown character that no one knows something about.
Leah is the adopted daughter of Deckard Cain, and as Cain is a lot older in this game, we felt like we needed another character to kind of play some of his role, but also be more active. We really wanted a character. We wanted a character who was out in the world with the player, who would occasionally interact and help the player out. So she's kind of a quest giver and a sometimes companion.
And what role is Tyrael playing? He destroyed the World Stone in Diablo 2 and is back in Diablo 3. Fans are discussing if he might have turned evil or if he has been evil all the time. Any comment on that?
See, I can't talk about Tyrael because then people are going to stop speculating, and it's so much fun to watch them speculate. He's a major character. He's way bigger than he was in Diablo 2. Very big focus in Diablo 3, and I think the fans are going to love what we do with him.
And there will be more angels like him and fans are also speculating that there will be a big fight between heaven and earth and stuff like that.
Oh, cool. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say whether we're going to do anything like that. That's too much. Big fights sound cool, though. We should have big fights. We'll put those in.
Now, since Blizzard merged with Activision, fans are discussing that the way you develop games has changed. One name you hear quite often is Bobby Kotick. Do they influence you in any way by developing your games, like a positive or a negative way?
The only thing that I have experience I've had is all been positive. Activision has really good distribution, so it's kind of a businessy aspect, but it's their distribution channels are great, and so they've really helped us, especially with the release of StarCraft 2. In terms of interference, I've never had an Activision person ask me to do anything. To my knowledge, I've never had an Activision person ask anyone, any of the other game directors. They have a lot of confidence in how we make games, and we have a lot of confidence in how they run their publishing business. So, I think it's a really good relationship, and a lot of the speculation of, oh, we're being pressured to do this, or Bobby's twisting their arm, like, if it's happening, I've never seen it.
Okay. So, last question. How often have you been asked when's the release date?
Almost every interview.
Really?
Yeah.
So now's the chance to stop that. When's the release date?
When it's done.
Thank you.